This is a story about the forfeiture of around £1.1 million from a convicted money launderer for organised crime groups in Merseyside. This is Cleveley Cottage, Allerton. In October 2022, officers carried out a warrant here. More than £1 million in cash, high-value watches, and other assets were found on the day, much of it hidden under garage floorboards. Assets in excess of £4 million have been identified and restrained, including this villa in Marbella. Arrested was Anthony Kane, a large-scale money launderer for organised crime gangs involved in drug supply and importation. Following a trial, Kane was jailed for 7 years at Liverpool Crown Court. At Liverpool Magistrates Court, Kane was ordered to forfeit around £900,000 in watches, jewellery, artwork and sculptures. This is in addition to £254,990 cash, which was forfeited on Thursday, the 23rd of January. Further work is ongoing in relation to other assets identified in the course of the investigation. In December 2021, Kane became the focus of Operation Bono, an investigation conducted by specialist investigators from the Merseyside Police Proceeds of Crime Unit. The investigation began by tracing Kane's criminal activity back to February 2018, when he was stopped by the Metropolitan Police driving an Audi SQ5 in Camden, London. At that time, Kane was found with €214,360 in cash. In August 2018, the money was forfeited by Westminster Magistrates Court at an uncontested hearing on the basis that it was the proceeds of crime. Police had also seized several phones from Kane without realizing that one was a device used by criminals to operate EncroChat. The EncroChat communication devices have been subject of multiple criminal prosecutions since the network was compromised in 2020. It was this breakthrough that enabled the team behind Operation Bono to identify Kane as an EncroChat user and attributed him to the handles Swift Tray and Dual Time. Searches of the house and garage led to the seizures of £254,990 in cash and 16 watches worth an estimated £950,000, including a Richard Mille Limited Edition PSG watch worth an estimated £350,000. Over £150,000 worth of assets, including vehicles, jewellery, artwork, and designer clothing was also recovered. Investigators obtained a court order to restrain Kane's assets, including several houses, within both the UK and abroad, vehicles, land and money held in bank accounts. Before the trial, Kane pleaded guilty to several offences, including 1 count of acting as a high-value dealer without being registered as such on the appropriate register, 1 count of failing to establish and maintain policies, controls, and procedures to mitigate and manage effectively the risks of money laundering, 3 counts of fraudulent evasion of income tax and 2 counts of cheating the public revenue. Although Kane admitted being the user of the EncroChat handset, he denied any involvement with criminals, claiming that the device was new and considered to be the latest gadget that was used as part of his business activity. One discussion with Dior6 in May 2020 identified Kane's involvement in the criminal transfer of a bag containing £167,200 of cash at Wavertree Car Centre in Liverpool. Through recently convicted money launderer Christopher Roper, 41, the jury was shown CCTV footage of the meeting, which the investigation team had been able to recover. It was midway through the trial that Kane pleaded guilty to a further 11 counts, having admitted laundering to £1 million in criminal cash. The offences include 2 counts of possession of criminal property, 2 counts of converting criminal property, 2 counts of acquiring criminal property, 1 count of transferring criminal property, 3 counts of disguising criminal property, one count of being concerned in an arrangement which facilitates the acquisition, retention, use, or control of criminal property. Detective Sergeant Rob Brown led the investigation. After the sentencing of Kane, he said, "During the course of this complex investigation, we established that Anthony Kane was, in the words of the prosecution, a criminal concierge who was involved in the illicit trading of high-value watches and vehicles with criminals. Kane committed a wide range of money laundering offences for his own gain, which included the use of several sham companies, and enabled criminal associates involved in drug trafficking to disguise their true sources of income. For several years, Kane had not declared any income to HMRC. He was, however, living a luxurious lifestyle, which is evident from the large amounts of cash, watches, and personal property recovered from his residence." This was a long-running investigation, which the team worked in collaboration with the Northwest Organised Crime Unit and the National Crime Agency. The imprisonment of Kane removed an important cog in the wheels of organised crime across Merseyside and beyond. Kane's activities facilitated the serious harm and risk caused by organised crime groups who operate in our communities, and I hope the significant prison sentence will act as a powerful deterrent to anyone who would consider helping fellow criminals to operate. We have identified and restrained an estimated £4 million worth of Kane's assets, including a villa in Marbella worth approximately £1 million. Around £1.1 million has already been forfeited. We will now continue to use criminal and civil powers to remove these assets and to ensure that those communities who suffer the harm caused by serious and organised crime see that money being used for good through supporting local organisations and initiatives.